Hey Ranger Nation, welcome back to another video. This is about Power Rangers Beast Morphers episode 15, Seeing Red. Before we begin this video, if you want to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, as well as the cheeky notification bell to be notified when more videos drop. And you'll be notified when it does. And without further ado, let's just jump straight into this video. I've got to admit, this is possibly one of the better episodes that I've seen for a while. I know that we've just talked about really good episodes, but I really like the character development in this one. This episode opens up on a whole brand new location, the shopping district. Yet we've never seen it. We've seen the steps, but not what's above the steps, which is kind of nice. So Devon is out jogging and runs into Ben and Betty with a cake. Then all of a sudden, a robber or a thief busts out of a bank with the money and then runs away. Devon notices this and then runs after it. Seeing as he's now got the Fury Cell permanently attached to his arm, he looks at it, kind of gives that grin, and then transforms and then runs straight after the thief. There's a police officer that runs and then knocks the cake into Ben. It seems to be a thing with Ben and Betty that one of them will get covered in something. Devon then catches the thief and holds up the car so the thief can't escape, and then gives a kind of joke to the police officer, which I found a little bit funny. The police officer says, "Look, I don't do your job, please don't do mine." And Devon's like, "Huh? What? Devon then gets called away and he puts the car down and leaves it to the police officer. Tronics are literally downtown and they're fighting the other Rangers, and the Rangers are wondering where Devon is. Out of nowhere, Devon just kind of busts in, kind of knocks down all the other Tronics, and we see Roxy just sitting next to a table, and she then turns a candlestick into a monster, which I don't know if I've written the name down. I don't even know if they actually mention his name. Maybe it's Candletron, Firetron. Let me know, Tron, down below, Tron, in the comments, Tron. There we go, made some more bad guys for it. At this point, Devon's like kind of taking everyone out. I think Roxy actually has a transmitter on the monster so that he can get the cheetah speed data and little things like that. So as they're fighting, Devon actually notices that Roxy is about to give another Fury Cell to the actual monster, and he sees that his power is kind of fading, so he rushes in, grabs it, adds it to his new power, and then actually carries on fighting the monsters. Everyone's kind of wondering, hang on a minute, what are you doing in this one? As the others are trying to actually attack the Tronics or trying to attack the monster, Devon kind of gets in the way because he thinks that he is the top dog right now, so he actually decides to kind of like take everyone out. When they teleport out, everyone kind of like gathers together and says, look, what's going on? And they notice the Fury Cells was kind of dying, the power's being used, but Devon's attitude and his characteristics have completely changed. So as they start kind of walking away, going back to the gym, Nate grabs some hair from Devon and says, "Oops, there's something on you," pulls off the thing to kind of analyze it much later on. Back in the cyber dimension, we find out that everyone is talking about the Fury Cells and what it does. Squirrel then turns around and says, the more that you use this, you'll become evil. So if the Red Ranger uses it more and more, he will become evil, and it won't be like the avatars. They all have this plan of going, yes, that would be really, really interesting. Let's turn the Red Ranger evil. The Rangers are now at the gym, and Devon is getting really angry. Like, it's taking a while to get drinks in and stuff like that. When Devon brings the drinks over, he notices loads of people using wooden swords or kendo sticks to actually train. So he gets the good idea of looking at his Fury Cell, grabbing two swords, and then trying to defeat all these people that are training. So you're kind of thinking, oh, okay, that's the thing. Everyone's kind of wondering why, but Devon is just kind of like letting loose. He's not kind of keeping it in control. So when he starts hitting things, he hits the cake that Ben's just ordered. It goes on the seat where Betty then sits in it. But everyone's noticing the change in Devon and they're not liking it. The Rangers are then told that they've got to return to base because they found some information. When they start talking about Devon, saying that he's now slowly turning evil, that the Fury Cells are corrupting his DNA, Devon gets really defensive, really angrily, and doesn't believe them. And he starts going like, oh, maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll take over. I don't need you guys. And this is the effect of the Fury Cell. When they've seen that there's only a little bit left, that they have no problem with Devon, but if they get more later on, it's going to cause a huge problem, and this is something that they don't want. So we have a ton of things happening, and Devon just storms out, and we find out there are more Tronics down in the city, so the Rangers go down there. When they arrive, they see tons more Tronics, so they morph without Devon because obviously he's not there. And then all of a sudden a fight breaks out and they pretty much kind of do their thing and defeat most of the Tronics. When they've wiped out pretty much most of them, you see that Roxy is there, you see that the Candletron is there, and obviously they're playing on each other going like, oh, I've now got this cell, you may want to use it. I don't know who's about who may want it. And this is when Devon turns up and he's like, that's mine, give it to me. And then rushes in to try and take it. The Fury Cell hits the floor and Ravi grabs it. Devon doesn't like this, so he then goes straight for it saying, give that to me, which then starts a fight. And Roxy's all the way going, yes, yes, while Candletron is kind of taking care of the other Rangers, making sure that they go nowhere near him. You see this whole fight thing where literally Devon is about to end Ravi because he just keeps going and going. Ravi uses his gorilla strength, but that doesn't work. He overheats, and in the end, basically Devon hits him very hard, which then causes him to demorph. He then grabs the Fury Cell from Ravi's hand and he's about to use it, where Roxy's in the background going, yes, yes, use it, use it. Devon then realizes what he's become. He doesn't like the fact that he's now turning evil, so he crushes the Fury Cell, and Roxy's like, no! But Devon's like, oh, you can have this back, and throws it right at Roxy, which most of them go inside her, which I think is going to be a huge big plot point later on. Roxy teleports out. Devon makes up with Ravi and says that, you know, obviously he went too far and he shouldn't have done that. Devon takes Ravi back to the base because he's been hurt, and then Scrozzle sends down a Giga Drone, and then soon Devon goes off into his Zord and goes and fights the Giga Drone. Nate, Steel, and Zoe are actually now fighting Candletron. They defeat him very quickly, as then Devon has destroyed the other monster, and that's pretty much it. Back at the gym, Ben and Betty are wondering where they're going to get a cake for their dad, and Devon's like, haha, I got you a cake already, that's absolutely fine. But they need to ice the saying like, happy birthday dad, etc. Devon then says, I'm really sorry to the others, like obviously the Fury Cell took over him, he wanted more power, blah blah blah, that sort of thing, and Ravi kind of forgives him. The general walks in, spots the Rangers, go like, well done for your job, you've done really, really well. And then obviously sees Ben and Betty, which fire icing straight into the face of the Colonel, and he's like, oh my god, this is really nice icing. And then the icing fight starts because he then tells them that they've got to taste it, spray them, and then an icing fight happens, and then that's the end of the episode. So my final thoughts on this one: this episode was a really, really good episode. It was, you know, it had the corruption of a Ranger, which I didn't think would happen for a very long time. I just kind of really wish that Devon went over to the evil side for a bit. The way that he stands to attack the Rangers in front of Roxy and the Candletron, thought were perfect. It felt like he was really going for it. And then obviously when he wanted the Fury Cell, he was like, I'm going to take that. That is mine straight away. So again, we had some more character development, and I really enjoyed this one. I think this is one of the better episodes. I'm just really excited to see what happens, if they're going to use any more, if suddenly more pop up somewhere, or if they can bring them from another universe. Who knows? I'm really excited. So I'm going to leave it there. So what, Ranger Nation, what did you think of this episode? Did you like it? Did you not? What are your thoughts? Let me know down below in the comments. And if you want to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, as well as the cheeky notification bell to be notified when more videos drop. You know, you'll be notified when more videos do come up. And as always, Ranger Nation, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.